Alright. Well, hello everyone. So I'm bored. I just feel like streaming and working on customs, so I'm gonna do that. Um, Now the title of the stream is sort of wrong and right. I am working on customs, but they're not Thomas customs. Different. Um. Oh, okay. So Twitter is deciding to have Big Stroke. Okay, so I'll get rid of that. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna be working on some customs, preferably just one. I have one that's almost done. Technically, two that's almost done, but I have to rework some stuff on that one, and then one that I'm starting sometime soon. All these are basically done. I just need to get some other stuff done for it. Okay, so hi, yeah, it's me. So here's one of the characters I'm working on. It's an original character of mine. She's looking really good so far, so I'm gonna keep going on her. Take off. See, taking off these pieces, I don't mind it as long as it didn't hurt when they get taken off. So sure, without hurting myself. Too late. It's too late. Can't do it without hurting myself. All right. Oh, there we go. There's that one, and then there we go. Cool. So I know she's armless. It's weird. I know. I don't like that either. Um. Yeah, she's looking real good so far. I just need to probably fix up this area. I didn't do anything to this area at all, so I don't know if I should or not. I still have the thighs to do, and I still have the shoulder pads, the neck, and the head to do, and touch up on some of the black paint and cover it with the clear coat. But other than that, it's pretty much done. There's also a screw here, so let's see what I can do with the screw. See what I can do. Okay, so it screws out. I don't want to lose that, so I'm gonna put it next to my phone. Okay, so did that do exactly over here? I think so, yeah. Okay. I'm not violating a robot, I swear. I might be violating a robot. Okay, interesting. How am I going to get this off? Touch it up just a tiny bit. Yeah, that it's not coming off. Whatever the screws holding together, so I'm just gonna put the screw back on. Oh no, does it go there? Or does it go here? Oh, it goes in here. Okay. Goes in. Right? It goes in right. Yeah. There we go. All right, so suppose I can work on the shoulder pads. Oh, I can take the shoulder pads out. Okay, that's actually really helpful. There's that. Good, I can take them out. I can take them and lose them. So, sorry, girl, but I gotta take out your shoulders. That sounds weird. Come on now. I believe in you. You can do this. Come on. I believe in you. Ah. Oh well. I'll get it eventually. Where did the shoulder pad go? I know. Yes. All right. Cool. So I'll be right back. I need to go get some sandpaper so I can start sanding the surface. All right. Got my 220 grit. Piece off. That's not a little piece. There we go. See, you want to you want a grit like 220 or higher. Excuse me. You want a grit like 220. This will give you a smoother sanding surface and all around even sand. So So then what I'm using for the red, which the shoulder pads are going to be red, maybe with some designs on it, I don't know. I'm using, what I'm using to paint my figures, my original characters, I'm using satin paint. To me, it's better than using regular acrylic. This is satin acrylic. Regular acrylic, it just leaves a bland, it just looks flat. I love using acrylic paints, like regular acrylic. But matte acrylic paints are sort of inferior when it comes to painting figures. So I'm using satin acrylic for painting everything. Yeah. Let me imagine how this will turn out once I'm done painting the shoulder pad. And when you're painting a figure like this, you want to make sure you do a thin coat, or else a couple thin coats until the color is even, to make sure you know that it's not chunky, because you don't want a chunky figure. You don't want a figure with bubbles all over it or chunks of paint. So got to be careful of that. And the cool thing about satin acrylic, it dries really fast. So well, they say you need like an hour in between coats. It's not true, because it dries really, really fast. So I say immediately after it dries, go ahead and get that second coat prepared. See, here's my first coat of the shoulder pad. I think maybe what I could do is possibly add in a bit of black in there. I mean, her main color scheme is red and black, so I suppose I can put some black in there. Another thing about satin acrylic, you don't want a lot on your brush. You don't want a lot on your brush. Like, let me just pick some up. This much, I don't know if you can see it, but this much on your brush, only a tiny bit. That's how much you need for a coat. Because a little, it goes a long way. And if you pick up a lot and use it, here, let me just pick up a glob real quick. Like picking up a glob like this, unless you're painting something big and need a lot of the paint, if you're painting something small like this is not going to do it. You need a lot less paint. So, where's all the other parts? Okay, so I got all of her spider legs done. Well, there's only 2 of them, but I got all 8 of them done. They're in there. I got both of her claws done. This is the second one of her where the legs get attached. I just need to give the clear coat and a couple more coats of paint, and then a clear coat on top of that. Then we'll be done. Then after that, I just have the the head, the thigh parts right here, and the other shoulder to do, and then she'll be done. Oh boy. So that's gonna be fun. All right, so acrylic on there. No. Okay, give me 1 second. All right. I'll let this dry. Around here, and I'll go ahead and start painting the other. Okay, I'll go ahead and start painting this. It needs a couple more coats of this red. Okay. Looking up here. All right. So I'm just gonna let this dry. All right. So you know what? I might as well. I'm in a good mood, kind of, sort of. So I might as well just talk about the next project I'm going to be working on. Okay, so next project I'm working on, if I can. Yeah, that's right. Give me 1 second to reattach some stuff here. I'm sorry if I sound a little different today. Still recovering from a cold I had last week. Alright, so go ahead and fix the body real quick. Alright, cool. Alright, sweet. So here is my next project. All right, so this is a regular Transformers Kingdom Airazor, but I'm going to be turning her into a custom of this. I'm going to share my screen real quick. This. I will be turning her into a, if it'll show, maybe if I, here, let me really click the image maybe. Yes, I'll be turning her into a Black Hawk. But Airazor won't be a she anymore, she'll be a he. Because I have plans to make her into a male OC that I'm naming Hawkeye. So, yeah, I'm actually really excited about starting this project. Hawkeye, to me, well, let me go ahead and explain Hawkeye. So, this OC of mine, he's sort of like an outcast. Um, he is a noble warrior. The reason he got his name Hawkeye, he back on Cybertron, he was a experienced archer. He was one of Cybertron, one of the Autobots' best archers. And yeah, he was a really good archer. Then, the whole war happened, and he escaped to Earth with his brother. I'll get into that later. Yeah, then once he learned of a Decepticon, well, he escaped into a protoform. He escaped into a protoform pod, which somehow reverted him back into a protoform. But he kept his memories. Basically, once he crashed on it on Earth, he was out of his protoform state, and he roamed Earth for a bit before finding an alt mode that would suit him, the Hawk. It's a silent but deadly killer that hides in trees. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? So yeah, he experienced archer. I'll go into a full on backstory, but basically, he's an outcast. He prefers the quiet. Um, I'll just go into it, and I'll go into it another day. But yeah, I'm making Hawkeye. He's gonna be a cool OC of mine. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So I'll be painting her in a black with dark gold. I think that'll suit my boy. Well, here's the thing. Airazor, in the Japanese version of the show she was first introduced in, Transformers Beast Wars, she's actually a man. She's actually a dude. So technically, I'm right about my man. Whatever. Yeah. So I'll be working. Yeah, so I'm going to be painting her black on the bird parts, I'm going to be painting basically all these these brown gray parts right here that you see on her, which is most of her. I'm going to be painting black. Then the orange parts, like the feet here, here, and here, those are going to be the dark gold color. And I still need to figure out what I'm going to do for her face here, like the gray and the gold parts. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do for that. So okay, so yeah, then backstory, or not really a backstory, but her. I just ordered a two. Well, not. I didn't just order them. Last week I ordered two more Kingdom Black Arachnias after I got one of them at Walmart, and one of the legs just went lost on. That's fun. There it is. Yeah, so I bought two more for the sole purpose of turning them into OCs. Basically, I wanted to make a spider OC that would, because the only real spider the only two spider modes we've ever gotten were the original character. This was I made this from, which is Black Arachnia. She was a Black Widow, and the other character was featured alongside her in the Beast Force show, who turned into a tarantula, and that was the only spider modes we got. So I'm showing a lesser known spider some love, but still keeping the widow shape. I named her what she's based after, what she's based on, the Red Widow spider. So I wanted to get some recognition with the uh, Red Widow love, Yeah. So basically, I wanted to get some Red Widow stuff in there. Here, give me 1 second. I have to do something.